Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you back. In today's video, I'm just going to be showing you how I make my Nsala. Nsala is a very simple white soup prepared with goat meat. It's a very popular soup among the Igbos in Nigeria. So Nsala is prepared without palm oil, without peanut oil, so we are not going to be adding oil into the soup. That makes it very healthy. So I have some ingredients which I'll be using to prepare this soup. Basically, I'll be using goat meat. So I have there some smoked goat meat, some stockfish which I have shredded. Then I have here some boiled beef. This is optional. I just have some extra boiled beef which I left behind, so I'm going to include it at the end of this cooking, but this is optional. You may not need this. So other ingredients which I'll be using are goat meat seasoning. This smells much like goat meat, so I'll be adding it to this recipe. I have here 2 stock cubes, some chopped onions. This is utazi. You can use spinach, but I'll be using utazi to garnish the soup. Then I also have here ground crayfish, uziza seeds which I've blended. Then I also have scotch bonnets which I've blended, a little salt. We are going to use yam to thicken the soup. So I have here some diced yam which I have peeled and rinsed. We are going to start by cooking the goat meat. We are going to bring the goat meat into a pot. So you make sure you use a wide pot because the soup will become thicken and it will increase when you are cooking it. So I'm going to add in some stockfish. You can use dried fish, but I don't want anything to interrupt the flavor of this goat meat, so I'm going to be adding in some scotch bonnets. You can use cayenne pepper. So I'm going to season this with some stock cubes. I'm adding in 2 stock cubes to this. If it needs more, I can add it later if it needs more. Then I'm going to add in some chopped onions. So you make sure you season this to your taste. Make sure everything is tasty. So I'm going to also add in the goat meat spice. This is going to intensify the flavor of this soup. So finally, I'll add a little salt just to taste. I'm just going to toss this around for everything to combine. So then I'm going to place the meat on heat to cook. Then I'm going to add a lot of water so that the meat will cook properly. I'm going to add a lot of water because I'm going to also add in the yam so that it will cook at the same time. Once the yam is cooked, we are going to pick them out, then blend or pound it. We have cooked the yam and the meat for about 20 minutes, so I'm going to take out the yam once I feel it soft. So the yam is soft enough, so I'm going to remove it from the liquid. Then we are going to pound it with a mortar. So you are going to bring the yam into a mortar. You just need to mash it to become smooth. You can do this with your blender or a food processor. So once you are done mashing it, just remove it from the mortar and then set it aside. You're going to use this to thicken the soup. The goat meat is soft at this point, so I'm going to add in the beef. I told you this is optional. You may not need to add beef. To season this with 1 stock cube again. I think the taste is not okay, so I'm going to add in that. I'll add in half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So I'm going to add in uziza seeds, a tablespoon of ground crayfish. After I've added that, I'm just going to stir this. Just make sure you taste it before you add some salt into it. Okay, so the taste is very okay. I'm just going to leave it to cook for just 3 minutes. After you've allowed this to boil for a few minutes, you can now add in the mashed yam. Be surprised, this is going to dissolve into the soup. Everything is just going to dissolve. Just check this out. This soup is really delicious. If you notice, the yam we just added has dissolved. Just look at it. The soup is neither too thick nor watery. I like it light like this so you can have a taste of it. So I think I'll need a little bit of crayfish, so I'll be adding another tablespoon of it to it. Then I'm going to stir this. So I'm going to add in the utazi leaves. You can use spinach. This is a bitter herb. It's going to help to balance the flavor of this white soup. You don't need much just to garnish. You just need to see some green inside of the soup. Then leave this to cook for about 3 minutes and your white soup is ready. This was my simple way of preparing ofe nsala, which is also known as white soup. You can decide to pair this with pounded yam, or you can pair this with semolina, with fufu, or with eba. Whatever you want to serve this soup with, you can do so. So thank you so much for watching. Bon appetit. Until next time. See you soon. Bye.